Welcome back to Bloomers in the Garden. Len, some insects need to be treated before you even see them.
Yeah, that's right.
And the spotted lanternfly is on top of that list, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, you remember? Remember the spotted
Oh,
lanternfly? Because the spotted lanternfly looks nothing like today that it did in the fall when it had those those pretty leopard skin things. I think I mentioned it looks like lingerie. Anyway, but that now they're tiny and they're just starting to hatch. Remember those mud things we told you to scrape off your trees?
Yep.
Anyway, if you didn't, they're starting to hatch.
Yes, they are.
And they're tiny, tiny black. They're a black insect. Almost looks kind of like a tick or a like miniature spider.
Wow.
See, but it has white spots. But they're tiny. I'm talking tiny.
Quarter inch.
So quarter inch.
That's
so quarter
tiny.
inch is tiny.
It's tiny.
But there's a lot of them.
Tons.
So, and they move around. They move around pretty quick. They don't have wings yet. They don't fly. So they're scurrying around. And what happens? Well, they have their eggs that are in the trees, and that's why you see them. And they climb up buildings, and they climb up fences, and they climb up because they go and they lay their eggs up there. And then what happens when they hatch now, they start climbing down the tree.
The base,
and then they get in. I had people saying, I had them all over my tomatoes, on my squash. I had them eating everything. So here's what you're looking for right now. You're looking for that black insect with white spots, and it has that look, and it may get bigger because it does transform 3 times before it actually changes to something in the 4th instar stage. It gets to be reddish. It has red stripes, but right now, so during the spring and the early part of the summer, you're going to see this black insect that has like a little snout coming out of it that has white spots. And if you see that, you want them dead.
That's right. Smash.
But what you have to do is you have to spray them. You have to, and it's a little bit different. Julio, what would be the first thing that you would do if you found these, like, say, on your vegetable plants?
Right. I would use Captain Jack's.
Captain Jack's.
Yep.
Ahoy, matey.
By Bonide.
Yep. Now, Bonide, Captain Jack's, it is a series of insecticides that are all the same. It's spinosad, and the best part, it's organic.
Yeah.
It has a wide, we call it a big label, where that means that it controls a lot of different types of insects, but again, is an organic base. Caterpillars, codling moth, gypsy moth, loopers, leaf miners, spider mites, tent caterpillars, thrips. There's so many that I can't. We don't have time to talk about it.
That's right.
But what I want you to do is I want you to go out and get Captain Jack's, and you're going to spray that on your plants, on your vegetables. If you see these guys,
and you'll see them.
They'll be there. If you had an issue and you saw the adults and they were hanging around in your neighborhood. Now, I know that it's been worse in the Philadelphia area, but they're moving north.
Moving in, yes.
I know that they've been seen in Connecticut.
I've seen them already.
So our listening areas, some areas have it worse than others.
Right.
But what you're looking for is that tiny insect, like Julio said, a 1/4 inch, and it's black with white spots. And those are that's the nymph of the spotted lanternfly. And you need to spray them, a contact spray.
Right. Don't be scared because they don't even bite or anything, right, Len?
Yeah, they don't bite.
No.
They don't bite.
They don't do anything to you.
Right. Another product that I would consider using. Now, we always talk about the thrins, right?
Yep.
The thrins, pyrethrins. There is permethrin. That I think it's Fertilome has a combination neem and pyrethrin mix. Neem is organic. The pyrethrin uses the chemistry from the organic pyrethrin, but use it so it will last longer and will not break down in sunlight. So that makes it actually is not, or they can't say it's organic. But it's pretty darn close.
Close to it.
I think I would use that because I know that has a better knockdown, and it's going to control those insects and control other insects. If you're using one of those, either Captain Jack's I will have a confession. I don't believe neem oil is that great. And the hype is better than the product actually works.
You always hear that a lot.
But the pyrethrin is where it's at.
Right.
That's where you're going to
get the punch there.
And that's what's really going to work.
Right.
But what about, you hear all this stuff? Oh, you got to band your trees and do all this stuff. Explain that, Julio.
Yeah, if they're crawling up and down the trunk of the tree, you can use.
So the eggs are hatching, they've got to crawl down. So what is the banding?
The banding is for, you're going to have to add what's called tanglefoot, which is a
so it's a real
insect
sticky
barrier. Yeah,
it's like
sticky. Yeah, so they're going to get stuck in there as they walk on it.
So you get these in tubs, and it's like a tub of Vaseline,
right? And
but it's real sticky, and you put it around your trunk of your tree.
Right.
So when insects try to climb up or climb down, they get stuck in that. Right. So it's kind of like, it's got a turtleneck of tanglefoot.
That's right.
But it works. That way, you're going to want to consider doing this again in the fall.
Oh, yeah.
Because they have to climb up the tree to lay their eggs. So if you put a banding around your trees, then you're going to prevent them from getting in there.
Up. Yeah.
But you've got to do it now. Those little scurrying quarter-inch insects are those winged, massive,
right.
Where you walk outside your house, it's like you're stepping on Rice Krispies because there's so many of these things.
Oh, millions of them.
They're a bad
So this is a critical time to find them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I wanted to add, because of this, it is time to spray for bagworm. Okay? You're not going to see bagworm for creating that little sack that they go in. You're not going to see that until summertime, late summer. But they hatch now. And now they're looking for a mate. They're looking to breed. So if you spray your plants, you're going to be controlling you're going to be controlling the spotted lanternfly, but you're also going to be getting some control on other things.
Oh, look at that.
Like again, bagworm, because once you have bagworm and it's in that little bag, you can spray all day long, but you're not going to kill it because they're all nice and secure. They're like in their bomb shelter. You can't get to them.
You can't get them.
I tell you, it's that we started advertising that azalea fertilizer that has the systemic insecticide. To me, that is my favorite product of the year, and it's because azaleas get different insects that make them look yellowish. Like if you ever look real close to an azalea leaf and it looks like it has dots in it that make up its color, like a dot matrix printer, but your azalea leaf has got all dots in it. Those dots are caused by lacebug. And lacebug are hard to kill. They're really tiny. You don't necessarily see them all the time. But using that Fertilome azalea food plus systemic insecticide will work.
Great.
And it's easy to apply. It's just a granule. You put it around the base, and the plants, as it rains, it waters and sucks it in.
Look at that. Easy.
It's time. It's time. Don't wait till you have a problem.
No,
don't wait till you have a problem, because then you're not going to be able to control it. You need to do some of these things now. Right. And especially spotted lanternfly, you start now, and you keep an eye out. You look in your garden, you look all over the place. You look for those little black insects scurrying around that have white spots.
Right. Yep. Make sure you do it.
Yep. Don't waste your time. And again, the other thing, on your non-edible crops, you're going to use like a systemic drench, which will make your plant poisonous to the insect. So if it tries to feed on that insect, the insect will die, because if it tries to feed on the plant has this insecticide. and it will kill it. And that's
great.
To me, it's the best and
thing.
easiest way. You don't spray it on.
Right.
You basically pour it into a watering can or into a bucket, and you water your plant with it.
Right. How easy is that?
It can't be any easier.
Yeah.
Look, if you've got questions about this, or you have, again, this product is imidacloprid, the active ingredient. There's some bad press about this product. Julio and I are squarely behind it because we know how valuable it is as an insecticide.
Works.
Hey, are you guys putting down for your dogs? Are you giving those little treats that will prevent your fleas and ticks? Guess what that is? It's imidacloprid.
Yep.
Okay? This is an important product.
Important, yeah.
Give us a call on the hotline if you've got any questions at 609-685-1880. We'll be glad to discuss it with you. But it's essentially you start getting your insect controls down now.
Right.
All right. We'll be back in the garden right after this. Hi, this is Len Schroeder from Bloomers in the Garden. Do you have a landscape, garden, or plant question? If so, call or text us using the Bloomers in the Garden hotline. Dial 609-685-1880. That's 609-685-1880. Don't be shy. We want to hear from you. Call or text us and let us know what problems you're facing. Let us know how we're doing. Call or text 609-685-1880. If we use your comment on the air, we'll send you a free Bloomers t-shirt. Call or text us at 609-685-1880. That's 609-685-1880. And we'll see you in the garden. Fertilum's azalea and evergreen food plus systemic insecticide 915-3 contains 5 micronutrients which are designed for azaleas and evergreens to provide the proper nutrients and producing stunning green leaves and essential new growth while protecting the plant from damaging insects for up to 8 weeks. Fertilum's azalea and evergreen food contains 9% nitrogen for green growth, building bigger stems and leaves, 15% phosphorus for root growth and increased flower production, 13% potash to promote vigorous growth so plants are better able to resist disease and cold. The micronutrients are the icing on the cake to enhance further growth, strengthen, and beautify color. Tired of seeing your plants prematurely drop their leaves, the flowers disappear? Fertilum's Azalea Evergreen Food plus Systemic Insecticide 915-13 contains an easy-to-apply insecticide that keeps your azaleas and evergreens looking great all year long. Those hungry insects do not have a chance. Apply in spring before buds sprout and continue throughout the season as indicated on the label growing guide. Fertilum's Azalea and Evergreen Food plus Systemic Insecticide 915-13 with micronutrients is a must for the passionate azalea and evergreen grower to help produce that beautiful abundance of color and fantastic fragrance everyone will love. So next time you visit your favorite garden center, pick up Fertilum's Azalea and Evergreen Food plus Systemic and expect to have the best looking shrubs in the neighborhood. Green Acres Nursery and Garden Center, West County Line Road, Colmar, Pennsylvania. Urban's Garden Center, Chestnut Street, Emmis, Pennsylvania. Laurel Oak Garden Center, Thompson Mill Road, Marlton, New Jersey. Your next houseplant is waiting for you in Bloomer's Home and Garden Center's greenhouse. Bloomers recognizes that houseplant choices are as important to your interior decorating as the fabric on your couch. The right plant, paired with the perfect container, can bring a dynamic change to your home. A houseplant brings life to your world and connects your home's interior to the greater outdoors. Even a small succulent placed on your coffee table has a way of connecting your living room to the Amazon rainforest. How about an air plant in your kitchen? Looking for an indoor flowering plant to add color to your plant palette? Bloomers has a large revolving assortment of flowering beauties. From aglaonemas to ZZ plants, Bloomers Greenhouse is stocked with your next favorite indoor plant. Bloomers carries a large selection of pottery and containers to match your home's decor and make any of your plants more beautiful. Bloomers experts can help you care for your plants and have the fertilizer, insecticides, leaf shine, and specialty soils you need to grow healthy and happy indoor plants. Visit Bloomers Home and Garden Center's greenhouse and make every room in your home a living room. Visit bloomers.com for more information. That's bloomers.com, and we'll see you in the garden. You're listening to Bloomers in the Garden Radio. Listen anytime through your favorite podcast provider or hear us on the radio each weekend.
Every Saturday morning, Bloomers in the Garden Radio is heard in Philadelphia and throughout the whole Delaware Valley, first at 8 a.m. on Talk 860 WWDB, and again at 9 a.m. on AM 800 WTMR. On Sunday at 8 a.m., we can be heard through the New York tri-state area on Classic Oldies, 1250 a.m. WMTR. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you in the garden.